Hey everyone, I just want to touch bases with you on a situation and a subject that I think is of paramount importance to people like you and I who really enjoy music. If you haven't been living under a rock lately, you know who Rick Beato is. He is the preeminent YouTuber on the interwebs. And for the past couple of years, he's really been harassed by UMG, which is the Universal Music Group. They're a mega corporation who basically have a monopoly or a near monopoly on music publishing, rights, and selling, and all that fun capitalistic stuff. And I don't want to trash capitalism too much because, hey, I benefit from capitalism, but everything in life has a limitation. And the sheer greed of UMG to go after YouTubers, big YouTubers like Rick Beato, which has a cascading effect down onto small, insignificant, relatively unknown YouTube channels like mine, where I can't use music because if I dare even use a 3 or 5 second snippet of a song, their bots or whatever they use to identify copyright material is going to immediately tag my video as being no bueno, it's no good, it's not kosher, whatever you want to say. But it's going to say, well, you cannot use our intellectual property. Never mind, these are a bunch of Beverly Hills rich, whats who have yachts and fancy mansions and luxury penthouse suites in Austin, or their vacation home in Fire Island and Beverly Hills and all that stuff. They're not making anything. They're just being administrators, buying the rights, and then using it to basically beat people into submission and squeeze every damn penny they can get out of the consumer. What they don't realize, or maybe they just don't care, is that their effect has a negative impact on culture and society as we know it. I know a lot of people who are much younger than I am who have never heard the music of the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. And, I actually met somebody who's never heard any Marilyn Manson songs. Very strange, but, here we are in life. But I've also noticed that when I play them a song from one of these artists, they're like, wow, I really like this. This is something that I really enjoy. Modern day music doesn't sound like this. I wish they produced music like this these days. So what you're doing is you're denying a potential new audience by not allowing them to discover this music on YouTube and other platforms like Facebook or X or Instagram or whatever have you. You're killing the culture as a result. You're taking these mega legacy artists and some smaller artists too. Let's face facts. You're denying people the joy of randomly discovering new music and new artists. You're denying them the knowledge of this new music and artists so they can go see them perform at a concert. You're denying them streaming. You're denying them digital downloads. You're denying them the purchase of CDs and vinyl and even cassettes. Yes, there's a cassette renaissance happening right now, of all things. But you're denying them the discovery, and as a result, you're denying the artist potential new audience. And this kills the culture in that we have this monotonous, homogenized, vanilla, bland, modern music that's being pumped out there, which is basically treated as throwaway music these days. You download one song, you listen to it, I'm done. I'm moving on to the next thing. My generation, which is Generation X, we spent hours at record stores going through all the vinyls and saying, wow, hey, I like this album art. Hey, Kiss right there. Kiss, the originals. I wanted this when it came out in the late 1970s. I haven't been able to find it since, and I finally recently found it. And it's got all the inserts and everything that originally came with it. The cover's a little worse for wear, but it works for me. It's something I wanted for a long time, and I finally have it. But, the joy of discovering this stuff by looking at the album art, which is pretty cool, actually. You got a nuclear explosion going on, although nuclear explosions aren't cool in itself, but they kind of look cool. Anyway, it denies people the ability to randomly just discover this stuff because, well, God forbid that you play a 5-second snippet of a song on your YouTube channel, they're going to come down on you and give you a copyright strike, have either the music removed from your video without your permission, have your video demonetized if you happen to be one of the lucky few that actually has a monetized channel, or any number of negative consequences. So small channels like mine, I can't play music because for the fear that I'm going to have my channel basically ripped out from under me because I dared to do what the UMG overlords don't want me to do. So I can't do it. And if I can't do it and Rick Beato can't do it, where does our culture go from here? Luckily, the goth underground and the metal and punk undergrounds don't really rely so much on UMG that much anymore. There's a lot of independent artists who release their music independently, which is, to me, the path forward. But still, musicians are in it because they have a passion for music. And we all would love to live our passion in life. It's a great goal. Unfortunately, most of us will never be able to do it. But musicians, and I know because I wanted to get into the music industry myself many years ago, I moved to Los Angeles to go to recording engineering school and whatnot. And I got my toes dipped into the music industry back then. But you do it out of a passion for music and a passion for creating. And it's a blessing, I guess you could say, to make a living making music. And I want to see people create, whether it's new music or poetry or painting or sculpting or photography or what have you. I think creating is the essence of humanity itself. Creating beauty, sending important social messages, things of that nature. And you kill society and you kill culture by denying the ability of people to make a living doing what they love, living their passion. And by denying artists the ability to make this money, by denying them a potentially new audience, you're killing off music. You're killing off music, and you're killing off culture and harming society as far as I'm concerned. So I think what needs to be done is we need to boycott UMG as much as humanly possible. Go on social media and do hashtag boycott UMG and just flood the interwebs with that message. Boycott UMG. UMG sucks. Whatever you want to come up with in support of creators like Rick Beato. Support smaller creators like myself and others. There's others out there who are deserving of support to be able to use music in their videos. Again, I can't even use like a 3 or 5 second snippet of a song. I do have a video on my channel where I went to a Lacuna Coil concert last year in Nashville. And I took some video and I posted it. Hey, look at me, I went to Lacuna Coil. Well, immediately UMG went and tagged it as, no, can't use it. It's hurting our bottom line. What bottom line are they hurting? What they're doing is they're hurting their bottom line by denying people the ability to discover new music. 5 and 10 second snippets of songs are not going to rob them of their precious pennies. And that's what they're doing. They're squeezing, they're choking us for every damn penny they can get and killing culture as a result. So that's my rant, somewhat incoherent rant, but I just wanted to make this known. I kind of hinted at this the other day in my trip to Menards up in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I had a little rant about that, but I wanted to go in a little bit more in depth partly because I'm not driving like I was in that video. And I just want to make my own little statement out there, and hopefully it will add to the chorus, hopefully a growing chorus, against these monsters at UMG. And I understand they want to make a living too, but do you want to make a living or do you want to make a killing? I think these people want to make a killing, not a living. And the killing is coming at the expense of music fans and the artists themselves and our culture and subcultures. So that's my 2 cents. Adjusted for inflation, maybe 10 cents. And that's it. Peace out and have a good one. Stay spooky.